May 6th, 2010. The stock market lost nearly $1 trillion in minutes. The Dow Jones plunged 1,000 points, then bounced back just as fast. It was called the flash crash. No one knew who caused it until they found him in a modest house in Hounslow, London, trading in pajamas. This is the story of Navinder Singh Sarao, a quiet Indian origin British guy with a gift for understanding patterns, an obsession with speed, and a home setup that would shatter the global markets. But to really understand what happened, we have to rewind. Navinder Singh Sarao was known as Nav. Nav was no ordinary trader. He wasn't Ivy League, he wasn't even Wall Street. He grew up in suburban London. Autistic, introverted, and brilliant. He didn't care about clothes or socializing. The only thing that he cared about was trading the markets. As early as 2003, Nav started trading the market. Futures, especially E-mini and S&P 500 contracts. By sheer intuition and endless screen time, he got good. He got really, really good. Nav had the kind of memory that could recall patterns on ticks for days or even weeks. He spotted setups and scalped profits like a chess master playing 20 games at once. By 2008, he had turned a few thousand into tens of millions of pounds. And unlike big institutions, he did it solo. Just a keyboard, 6 screens, and insane reflexes. See, Nav's skill was human, but his edge was speed. And soon he realized that he was falling behind to these high frequency trading firms that had softwares trading for them. So he decided to build his own software. In 2009, he reached out to programmers to build custom tools for him. This wasn't automated trading, he was still clicking the button. But now he had more visual aids, market depth overlays, he could spot the ghost orders. This wasn't cheating, at least as of yet. Alright, before we go any further in the story, we have to understand what is spoofing. Spoofing is when a trader or a bunch of traders place large amounts of orders to trick the market into selling that there is either buy pressure or sell pressure. Let me explain this in a more easier way. Imagine the price of a stock is currently at 100 rupees and you want to fool the market into thinking that it's going to go down. Well, what do you do in order to achieve this? You push in millions of sell order at 102, 103, 104, 105, kind of like a large fan that is pushing the orders down. When the market sees that there are large amounts of sell orders standing, they think that the supply is way more than the demand, and hence it kind of pushes the price of the stock down. So there's this large fan that is pushing the price of the stock down. And as soon as this trick works, as soon as the price falls below 100 rupees, you have placed a large buy order at 99 rupees. Once that order gets filled, you cancel all of your sell orders that you have placed as a spoof. This technique moved markets and it worked fantastically for Nav. Nav created a tool called layering algorithm. It let him automate spoofing in a way that it was hard to detect. The orders stayed up just long enough to nudge the market and then they vanished. Well, he didn't think it was illegal. In fact, he often emailed brokers and exchanges complaining about other people who are doing it. It's just that he did it better than anyone else. Then came May 6th, 2010. The day of the flash crash.
What began as a national problem in Greece has quickly metastasized.
Down 400 very quickly and then down 800, nearly 1,000 in a heartbeat.
That morning, markets were jittery. Greece was in crisis and volatility was really, really high. Nav turned on his layering algorithm. He started placing massive spoof orders, up to $200 million in fake orders on the E-mini contract. He didn't know this, but this coincided with a massive sell-off that was going on in the market. Mutual funds were dumping positions, HFTs were panicking, and liquidity had dried up. According to US government's findings, based on large parts what is mentioned in the book Flash Crash, Nav's spoofing was like that spark in a dry forest. Within minutes, the Dow had dropped 1,000 points. Massive stocks like Procter & Gamble dropped from $60 to $1 and then bounced back in seconds. Nav, sitting in London, had no idea. He made about $879,000 that day.
Here comes the money.
And the most surprising part, for years no one noticed. They were trying to find out what caused the flash crash, but no one knew about Nav. And Nav? Well, he kept trading, quietly spoofing, making millions, and still complaining to brokers and exchanges. But in 2015, the US authorities finally connected the dots. They arrested him at home. He spent months in jail, fought extradition to the US. Eventually, he pled guilty and helped the US government understand spoofing. Well, that thing reduced his sentence. In fact, in 2020, he was sentenced to time served. No prison, just probation and a warning to Wall Street. If this story blew your mind even half as much as it did mine, do hit the subscribe button. I dive into the wild side of the markets, where code meets chaos, and one misclick can shake the world. More stories like this coming soon. Do stick around, it only gets crazier from here.